and thank you for tuning in. And today I'm going to take a look at Vintage Collection Commander Krennic from Rogue One. It's rare that I get any Vintage Collection figures now. I rarely get any Black Series either. You know, it's well, I mean, most of the newer media is not working out for me. There's some cool items, but you know, the toys aren't interesting me. But Krennic was from Rogue One, and Rogue One was a really good movie. It is possibly the best movie they've done since Disney acquired Lucasfilm. I like it a great deal. It was really interesting, really cool, really good idea. A friend of mine says it's a great war movie set in Star Wars. I think that's an accurate description. So, you know, and I look at this, and I mean, you know, these are one of the things I say about modern collecting. People go off about the 6-inch lines are more detailed. Looking at this, it's just as detailed as a Black Series figure, in my opinion. Now, he's really light on the accessories. He comes with a gun right there, and well, the cape is removable, so you could say it's a cape. A lot of people bemoan the fact this was a molded cape. I don't mind because, you know, first off, it's easily removed. And there you go. You got a freestanding cape. Krennic himself, I mean, again, nice details, folds in the tunic and everything. I mean, it looks good. It looks real good. So I don't get it. I mean, the thing is, when I do buy a vintage collection, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, this is my scale. This is definitely my scale. I mean, the facial details are great. I mean, I find a lot of the times the vintage collection is a lot better than, in case you're wondering, I'm putting his gun in his hand, is a lot better than the Black Series on the faces, I think. I do like that, and I think it's very much true to form. Okay, try not to drop the gun. The gun is tiny. That'll go into the carpet and disappear if I'm not careful. And I mean, I'll go over articulation. I mean, it is standard vintage collection articulation. Single jointed arms, single jointed. You know, the shoulders go up, and they go up pretty far. Head goes around, you know. Complexities of a knee joint, and you know, rocker ankles and all that stuff. I mean, it's nothing new, nothing different. And I mean, I do think overall this is a good representation of Krennic. I like him. I like him a great deal. You know, there's not much in Star Wars I want to buy. When I saw him in the store, I was like, yeah, gotta have this one. And so I went and grabbed him. I didn't care if he came out in Black Series. It doesn't matter to me. I know Black Series has a lot more variety, and that hooked me in for a tiny bit of time. And that wore off really quick when I realized, yeah, these are not quite as great as people make them out to be. I mean, there are some good ones. Real good ones. But for the most part, I mean, nah, I mean, there's not. The only Black Series at this point, I bought most of the ones I've wanted. The only Black Series they could hook me back in with is, you know, Alec Guinness Kenobi. I do need one of those to finish off my OT. I've got a bunch from Ollie's and then, you know, that, but, you know, still, it is what it is. Krennic, you know, the other thing about Krennic was the bad guy that had to die. You need that in a Star Wars movie. You need a bad guy to die. So that was perfect for Krennic. He was a Vice Admiral or Grand Admiral? I can't remember. I think he was a Grand Admiral. But anyway, and it was a good run with him. I liked it. Liked it a whole lot. And I know some people are going to bemoan the simple articulation, but if you look at Black Series, it's the same articulation. They claim Star Wars people don't like articulation, which is bullshit, but we'll let that go. I like articulation. Really, Star Wars won me back in the Legacy line when they started adding articulation. I thought it was really good. I like posing this guy around and actually doing something with him rather than him just standing there in a 5 POV pose. It's a lot better for me anyway. And, you know, you can get him posed pretty damn good, I think. And, you know, do something interesting. He doesn't have to be static. Now with the cape on, he has to be static because he just can't move. Sorry about that. But that's the reality. He can't move. But as he is here, he works. And there's only really one scene in the movie where he really moves around and does anything. It's not like he's Spider-Man, okay? I mean, he's Krennic, and he basically shoots guns, and that's about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I dig it. So yeah, I think Krennic's cool. Rogue One has been that movie that, I don't know, they took forever to put out the Vintage Collection, and I think there's still several that they didn't put out. So I'm always struggling with that because it's such an excellent movie. People like it, and it seems like the merchandise flies off the shelf, yet we're just now getting Krennic, and it's been 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, I can't even remember now. So that's a disappointment. Talk about not striking when the iron's hot. But you know what? He's still sold. From what I've seen, he's sold everywhere he's hit. So what's the problem, Hasbro? In fact, I'll even say this. From what I saw, the Black Series collection that came out when he came out sold out much quicker than the Black Series collection. The vintage one sold out much quicker than the Black Series wave that came with this set. So to me, that says something. I like him. I like him a great deal. I would, you know, if you like Rogue One, yeah, get him. Get him. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's nothing complicated, nothing fantastically weird. It's just, you know, a good figure of a decent character. I mean, most people, well, he's a bad guy, so you're not supposed to like him, so there you go. Alright, that'll wrap up this episode of Tipping the Scales. Do the YouTube stuffs. Thanks, guys.